The purpose is that we are doing interview for the NGO. I'm giving free of charge service, okay, for the NGO team to see the impact of starting early in NGO. Does it affect really life or not? Okay. So I will start with first with Dino. And I think you said that you started at the age 16.
Yes,
Do you feel if you started earlier it would have been better, or still age 16 is the best time?
well,
Start?
it's good to start when you come to high school, I think. So maybe I late for 2 years. But I think if you start early you can have good experience and much more experience if you start late at 18, 19, 20. But it's not that's the main fact how good you will be in NGO.
Okay.
Maybe it's
So you don't think it affect your
no, I think it's
inspiration? You want to talk about inspiration. Does it really affect being involved in NGO? Do you feel you get more inspired? Do you feel you discover your intrinsic power more? You become more persistent, or it's no, it's by habit. It's يعني احنا we believe in inspiration economy that being involved in NGO creates inspiration.
yes.
So even if I'm not inspired, I was not maybe, I don't believe in myself. If I get involved with NGO more, I start to believe in myself. Is it?
First of all, for the quality of answer, it's better for me to speak in Bosnian because
Okay.
I can understand
Okay.
everything you ask me.
Okay.
I could give some half good answers.
Okay, go ahead.
But,
You need to translate later by putting in the
mislim što se tiče učešća u NGO sektoru, ako počneš ranije, ono što se tiče učešća u NGO sektoru, mislim da onog trenutka kad čovjek krene ranije, i barem iz mog iskustva poznasim jako puno ljudi koji se bave nevladnim sektorom, to im postane stil života. I ovo što je profesor pitao, mislim da dugotrajno učešće u NGO sektoru postaje pojedincima jednostavan način života, stil života, jer nevladin sektor i općenito volontiranje nude stvari, pored posla, nude stvari koje su recimo dobra prilika za upoznavanje sa novim mladim ljudima, dobra prilika za jednu kvalitetnu distribuciju svojih poslovnih obaveza, a sklopiva je recimo sa profesionalnim nastojanjima da završiš neke od fakulteta. Kad to objediniš, sve dobiješ na kraju puno pozitivnih stvari, a naravno jedna od najpozitivnijih jeste što se ističeš od ostalih ljudi koji su recimo na tržištu rada, s tim što su dugotrajno učestvovao u nevladnom sektoru.
Okay. You want to make summary? Summary, yes. Right. Okay.
We talk about the NGOs. If you start with working with NGOs early, you will be more inspired. If you don't, you may do it, but if you do it for long years, you will be connected with it. You will have your own network with the
Okay, what about you, Anas, from your experience? At which age you started?
I started at the age of 14. By starting my high school education, I started working in NGO sector by making some projects in high school. For example, working on volunteering one day in with Minister of Education. Then I was working on projects to help to create better environment at our school, not just indoor but outdoor. So that kind of projects really inspired me more. So later in my life, now I'm 21, and I can say that later in my life that part of mogao bih i ja na boskom. Sad, ne znam šta si htio reći, izgubio smisao.
Čekaj.
I really want to believe, and I believe that going in with that working volunteering in NGO sector in earlier age really makes me more inspired than people that go through that when they're 18, 19 or 20. That's my answer.
Okay, I want to jump before I continue with these inspiring youth. I want to jump to our role model for Bahrain, Dr. Dunya. Okay, Dunya started very young as an NGO, different. Can you give us just summary of?
I started in Scout since I was 5 years old. Yes, first I was in secret Christian school, so they had this Scouts, and then I went to development school where we work in the Scouts. So we used to work in volunteer work, very simple for that age, cleaning the seas, going to public places, going to some people with disability and orphan homes, these kind of activities. And from there you started to become more independent, trying to helping other, working with other, until I started to work also. Still I'm keeping my connections with the Girl Scouts and the schools, and whenever they have camps, until now I go and volunteer and I work there. And also beside of this I became a member of several NGOs and of course it affected my life a lot. Even when I graduated from my bachelor, I was guaranteed a place for my master in the UK. Well, my friends know because I've added all my volunteer work as an experience. The university required 2 years of work experience instead of taking the direct master. For me, they counted all my volunteer and they told me you don't want any work because it was added for my work experience in social work, where my friends had to delay going to good universities or to use another university that they don't require work placement. So this is one of the direct tangible, and of course affected my personality a lot and lots of all my knowledge and things that I have until now. That's what I continue.
But also you are still member of many NGOs, right?
Yes, now I'm a board member of many NGOs, and we run a lot of projects. We do them. We have lots of funds, and not only in Bahrain but even regionally in the Gulf, and also I presented several times Bahrain in the World Asian Union, because as a region in the Asia.
So it's affected your personality and maybe your network, like Dina was saying. That's what.
Yes, my personality, my work, my knowledge, everything.
I didn't mention it, but I was when I was 11 and 12, I was working with children with special needs and orphans also. So I didn't think that this was important to say, but now I
At
can
that
see
time,
that
yeah.
that is a really big part of working in NGOs
Yeah.
in that sector.
Dunya is she's the GCC, the region, the whole region chairman, so chairwoman. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more answer. A lot of volunteers in one city, one population makes the culture of volunteering.
Yes.
And that's maybe one of the important things to make your volunteer work at early phase of your role. Because a lot of, and that's the problem which I told you last time when we sitting together. We don't have that culture.
Yes.
Your forum is good thing, but we don't have the culture of
Giving,
volunteering,
yes,
of
time,
giving something
contribution. Yes.
to someone without money, without
They can't see the return later.
yes, that's
There is we always have the return capital employed. This is something that not everyone can see. Most people they see return on investment. They want money. I put time. I want money now. But return capital employed is much more. It's much more wider. And this is only the thinkers they see that, or people who are really gifted, or the society, as you said. In Bahrain we have the opposite. Actually, we claim in every 3 Bahrainis they have one society. The amount of society to the population is very high. It's about 1/3. The numbers. Okay? So every 3, if you count, they have done one NGO. That much people are so involved with, and it reflected on youth also, because youth programs are very strong in Bahrain. So I think they've seen it last time we presented something about Bahrain and what they do and so on. So that's. all my children I'm not like Dunya, but I have done lots of voluntary work also when I was young. But really, frankly, not like her. But what I've seen through experience, through studies, is that the more our children start early. I'm talking about I have 6 sons and daughter, and from experience, 4 or 5 of them really are inspired because they got involved very early. And they are now trainers like you. They are leaders in different places, and they start to be entrepreneurs, and they created their own business and so on. Besides, they are studying. Still, they are studying. That's it. Okay, so let's hear from Bala about volunteering experience and what you have done. Since you are running the team, why your team is important? Why it's important?
Our team is important because we are a team who made the best chance.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So let's hear the voice.
Okay. Our team is important because we make the teams of the youth people who may do something. If they are in group, they will do it like easier, because if they know that their friends are also gonna volunteer, they're also gonna do it because it's gonna be fun. We will make a jump and these kind of things.
Please repeat your what means that name.
I told you this is the top Arabic tribe. The origin of the Arabs are Canaans.
Canaan.
The top Arabic tribe called Canaan, Bani Canaan.
So,
So Canaan, what is the? He started He said 9 years.
Yes.
And what started with?
First contact with NGOs is when I go in Red Cross. That's first my contact, and
Who encouraged you for that?
my professor of biology.
Okay.
After that, and to now I'm in NGO sector. Every day I spend my time for a little bit of NGO every day.
Okay.
I'm in school. I'm in Red Cross. I'm in Duga. That means for children who don't have a father or mother, and something like that. Exactly, I'm for 7 or 8 years old in NGO sector. Sorry.
We did a study in Bahrain, and I think Bala, she knows about it, and Rabella. I'm not sure if you heard what I said before. We did a study about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, for all high school in Bahrain, girls and boys. Okay, and we found that of course girls are much more inspired than boys. And today, by the way, I'm very happy because for the first time I have boys in the table sitting. And always in Bahrain they're writing for me in Twitter, what's going on? You are always with girls. Where is the boys? There's no boys in Bosnia or what? Okay, so it's challenging for you, frankly.
I think this is the only team that has more.
Yes. So anyway, that study showed that, as I said, girls is much more inspired than boys, and students are much more inspired than their teachers. That's maybe something that was very, interesting for us. So we're going to another study. Again, it was the Ministry of Education with us. There was about 700 teachers that was, deployed to do the measures. And we did so many measures on that. Just I want to tell you that the main result of the study showed that those inspired with the bill care, they are not the best students. They are not A students. They'll be B students. Okay. B plus, C plus, like this, okay? Not only that, they are also the students that maybe sometimes they are coming from poor families, doesn't need to be rich families. But one of their secrets, and we found that this